Hey, it's Barb. And you know how when something keeps coming up in your life, like over and over again from a lot of different sources and a lot of different people, and finally you kind of go, I'm not supposed to be listening to this. And that's been happening for me about the topic of visualizing. Now, I've known about visualizing. I've used it for years. It was one of the most breakthrough things that I did. The first time I made the finals at the NCHA Futurity, which is our big event, I was visualizing twice a day religiously, and I still do, but I would have to say that I've been a little nonchalant about it. And here's what I want to share with you about visualizing. Number one, it is truly a powerful, incredible tool. It's not just a bunch of hebie-jebie woo-woo. I don't know exactly why it works and how it works, but it does. And that's because it's come to mind, and these two different, they're not really camps, but they're two different ways of using visualizing. One is all about visualizing the outcome as if it's already done. It's like, I am a beautiful writer, I am consistently in the finals, or my horse is quiet on the trail, I do things with ease, even if there's a spook, it's no problem. I have elegance and joy, like a general thing. And you can do that by writing out a wish list and then writing down the things that if you believe them to be true, or if they were true, or even believing them, like I'm a beautiful writer, or I can handle any situation with elegance and ease and wisdom. Anyway, you write that down, and then you read it and you think about it and you visualize and you act as if it's already happened. And that's something that you can kind of do and think about and just kind of, I know, again, it sounds weird, get kind of silly about this. Is like a little secret that you've got going on, and you're so happy because it's already come to pass. So that's one kind, and that attracts things, and you don't just sit and do that and like not take action. You're still doing all the things, but you don't have to figure out every detail. You just know that it's going to come to pass. Okay, so that's the bigger picture, a vision that just excites you so much. That's one kind. The other kind of visualization is when you take time and you're thinking about walking through something in your writing, and you get really quiet, really still, and you just think about it, and you can put yourself in slow motion. Like, let's say, I'm just going to use an example from the kind of writing I do in cutting. And let's say you had a thing where you were doing this with your hand, walking through the herd. Now, and there's no discipline where you want to do that with your hand. And there are a couple ways to go about that, and I talked last week about doing it so you become aware, and then relaxing it, and doing it and then relaxing. But there's another thing that you can do in your visualization, and that is like, I could pretend like I was walking through the herd and point my hand and just open my hand and make the slightest movement and feel it in my body and just enjoy the awareness of my body or whatever it is that I want to do. So you do that's your work, right? To do those individual pieces. And the trick is, for both kinds, is you don't want to say, for example, I'm a beautiful writer, and you go, yeah, right. you know, you're a beautiful writer. Look at what you do. You don't know jack about anything. You don't want to do that. You if you're going to do it, you're going to have fun with it, and you're going to keep doing it, and you get excited, and you get playful, and you don't worry about how it happens, except that you take these baby steps. And then the baby steps, you do some visualizing, and you just visualize it slow and smooth, and you feel it. And then when you go ride and you've made like even like a tiny movement, it happens. So that's what I've got for you today. I have been literally bombarded with this. So number one, I think I'm supposed to get my act together and start visualizing, which I have been. And second of all, I think I was supposed to share it with you. So that's it. Leave a comment for me. Thank you. Bye.